what you feel are the three hottest topics at the moment in the optical market?
So there's a lot of controversy with regards to convergence right now because it's creating a lot of changes in terms of how we traditionally do things. So definitely convergence in terms of packet and optical integration. That's bringing a lot of efficiencies into networks today. Secondly, I think the photonic layer in terms of its scalability and its reach, optical performance, it's always the basic and fundamental challenges that lots of service providers face today. And thirdly, I guess, would be what to do with legacy services, legacy granularities that you have in the traditional networks today. It's always a very large installed base, and we basically need to find the most efficient means to bring that along together with where we're moving in terms of next generation networks.
Brilliant, thank you. Could you also share with us a little bit about your presentation? You spoke about network convergence from the data plane and control plane perspective. So can you share with us what you shared with the audience?
Yes, certainly. So the convergence, as I mentioned, is one of the hottest topics, not only for Cisco, but because for the all service providers, because it's all about simplification of the networks. The networks of today are too layered. There's too many overlays. It's too complex. And Cisco is investing heavily in terms of the technologies that allow the collapse of these layers into a much more simplified converged infrastructure so that you don't have to deal with the complexities and the capex associated with planning and the operation of each of the individual overlays. And that goes across both the data plane in terms of integrating packet together with legacy SDH, SONET, as well as OTN, TDM services. All of that coming together into a single data plane running across a single agnostic fabric. So that's where the enablement of the simplification actually happens. That's where the convergence actually happens. But also not forgetting that there's, in terms of bringing the IP domain closer to where the transport domain is, we need to consider the the control plane integration and what Cisco is actually doing in terms of enhancing GMPLS uni signaling, which was the first initiative that we took towards bringing together these two domains closer together and extending that in terms of a multi-layer restoration, which basically translates to, again, simplification, but essentially cost savings in terms of CapEx and OpEx as well. So those are the two important areas where convergence needs to happen, and which we are basically driving those innovations into our next generation product, transport products called the NCS, Cisco's Network Convergence System.